Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my very last perfume haul of 2022. So this is it for the year. I can't believe it's almost 2023, and I'm super excited to share this haul with you. This one is extra special to me because there's a perfume in here that I finally bit the bullet, purchased, and I've had it on my wish list for a very long time. I'm super excited to share it with you. And if my voice sounds a little bit funny, I'm sorry, I apologize. I am getting over a head cold, but I could not wait to film this video any longer. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. Welcome to my channel, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. If you like this video and find it helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing what perfumes I bought for my final perfume haul of 2022, then just keep on watching. Alright, the first one I want to share with you is a perfume that I did not have on my radar at all. This is a fragrance that I've heard a lot of people talking about, a lot of people raving about. It's been out since 2012. So it's not new. It's been just hyped up on YouTube, and I basically just dismissed it every single time. And the reason for that is because it's marketed towards men. So I was in Charleston. I live about an hour away from Charleston. My husband and I like to go to Charleston to shop. I was in this little boutique in Charleston, and they had a Parfums de Marly counter with the women's and men's line out for display to test, to my heart's little merry content. And there were a couple of fragrances from that house that I had not sniffed. I was super excited. I was sniffing away, spraying away, having fun. And I thought, you know, I need to try Heron. Everybody talks about that fragrance, right? But it's for men. I'm not going to like it. I don't like fragrances that smell masculine. Well, out of all of the fragrances that I sniffed that day, that was the fragrance that blew me away, and I could see why so many people were raving about this fragrance. Listen, I know this is marketed to men, but this does not smell masculine to me personally at all. It doesn't smell feminine either. It just smells perfectly unisex. I feel completely comfortable wearing this. I smelled a lot of perfumes that day that I was really liking, and I thought they smelled good. I was considering whether I wanted to add them to my wish list, but when I smelled this one, this is the one that made the music start. You know, in those like cheesy romantic comedies, you know, where like the woman sees her crush and the music starts to play and like the wind blows in her hair and the hills become alive with the sound of music. It was so freaking good, and I sprayed it on my skin and I was like, that's it. This has to be mine. I did not purchase it at the boutique because let me tell you something, in Charleston you're gonna pay full price if you buy it from the actual boutique, but I waited until I got home and found it at a discounted price online. So top notes, you have cinnamon and pepper. I really don't get a lot of the pepper. I just get a lot of cinnamon, which if you've been watching my channel, you know I absolutely adore cinnamon. This is so delicious. And then in the mid, you have tobacco leaf, you have incense, osmanthus, and labdanum. I do get a lot of the tobacco in here, but I don't pick up any like smokiness from this fragrance to my nose. This just smells like sweet tobacco. Kind of like if you were to go into a cigar shop and walk into where they keep the cigars that are not lit, you know, in the, I think it's called a humidor, and you walk into the humidor and you can smell that aroma of sweet tobacco. That's what this smells like. I really don't get any of that incensey, smoky vibe, but I know some people do. I just really can't pick that up in here. And then base, you have vanilla, you have isoe super, you have musk cedar, there's some oil, some vetiver. I get a lot of the vanilla in here. So basically to me, this smells like a cinnamon, sweet tobacco, and vanilla scent. It's heaven on earth. And I can't believe that I've been missing out on this fragrance this whole time just because I thought, no way am I gonna like this. This is literally marketed towards men, and I don't want to smell masculine. But let me tell you, if you're a woman and you like those notes, if you like spicy, cinnamon, tobacco, vanilla kind of fragrances, you're going to be fine wearing this. Like I said, this doesn't lean one way or the other to me. Now, the interesting thing is that my husband tried this on his skin. It does smell a little different on him. It leans more in a masculine direction on his skin, more of the tobacco, less of the cinnamon, and less of the vanilla. It's not as sweet on his skin. It really smells more of like pipe tobacco on him, and he really likes this as well, which is really fun because my husband and I don't share fragrances. It is very, very rare that we find a fragrance that we both like. He leans a lot more on the masculine side. I lean a lot more on the feminine side typically. So to find a fragrance that we both just absolutely fell in love with was rare. This is like a unicorn for us. Although now I feel like I'm gonna have to fist fight my husband for this fragrance. The performance on this fragrance is really good as well. I know some people have said that this was reformulated and the performance isn't as good, but I really have no issues with it. I can definitely smell it on me all day. I actually wore this to bed, and when I woke up I could still smell it on me, you know, 8 hours later. So I don't have any issues with the performance. I think it's a really good performing perfume and I absolutely love it. So that is by Parfums de Marly Herod. Okay, I am on this like fluffy sweet almond marzipan quest lately. I've been really enjoying that scent profile. I heard Claire Smith talk about this fragrance here on YouTube. She said this was her best blind buy of 2022. And when a perfume person says that this is their best blind buy, you usually should pay attention. That usually means something. So this is by Reminiscence. This is Heliotrope. This is exactly what she said. This smells like a delicious almond marzipan, fluffy, whimsical. It smells like Easter to me is what it smells like. Like those candied almonds that are in here, it literally reminds me of springtime. It reminds me of Easter. Look at the color too. The color of the bottle definitely says Easter to me. This is like the ultimate Easter fragrance. It smells so comforting, so delicious. I'm so glad that I blind bought this. It's really affordable. I got this for like $30. So top notes, you have fig and then you have green notes. So there is a bit of like a brighter kind of freshness in the opening of this fragrance. I don't get a lot of green from this fragrance, but I definitely pick up a little bit of that fig. And I've really been liking fig in my perfumes lately as well. And then you have almond, heliotrope, so it does give it kind of a little bit of a powdery touch. There's patchouli, sandalwood, and cedar. I really don't get patchouli in here. If you are scared of patchouli, I don't pick patchouli up in here. And then in the base you have vanilla, you have tonka bean, you have benzoin and musk, and I really do get a lot of that vanilla. Claire had said it reminds her of Alice in Wonderland, and I completely see where she's coming from. It's very whimsical. I can't wait to wear this in the springtime. This is going to be perfect for that time of year. The performance is moderate. It's not very loud, but it's not soft either. I wouldn't consider this a skin scent. I definitely get this small little whimsical scent bubble around me all day that I find super enjoyable, and I'm really happy to have gotten this. So if you're looking for an affordable, sweet almond, marzipan, vanilla kind of fragrance for $30 some, then you can't go wrong with this. So this is by Reminiscence Heliotrope. All right, and on that same vein, again, another sweet candied almond fragrance that I've been hearing a lot about. Actually, this is a pretty old fragrance. This has been around, I think, since like 2003, and it's another super affordable fragrance that I got for around $30. This is by Burberry, and this is Burberry Brit. Now, my cap is all wonky. It doesn't like sit down, but I don't care. Like I said, I paid like $30 for this fragrance, and it smells super, super good. I was shocked at how much I like this. I've really been into lime as well. Lime, like in the opening of my perfumes, to give a little bit of like that zing, like that sweet, fruity zing that, you know, limes give. It's so fun in the opening. So top notes, you have almond, lime, and pear, and I definitely pick up the lime. Yeah, it just gives it that little zesty feel that is really super fun, and then the pear is really sweet. And then in the middle you have candied almonds, which I definitely pick up in here. Again, kind of like a springtime Easter kind of vibe. And then there's sugar and peony as well. Definitely a sweet fragrance, but I really feel like the lime in here helps to kind of tone down the sweetness a little bit and give it some balance. And then in the base you have vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and mahogany. I know you can usually find this one at like TJ Maxx and stuff like that, and I just think this is such an underrated gem, you know? I think for the price and the way that this smells, I think it's super, super good. This is just your everyday kind of fragrance. This wouldn't be something I would wear out at night or anything like that. This is a daytime fragrance that would never really offend anyone. Just a very easy, everyday, feminine, type of fragrance. I think I'm really going to be pulling for this one a lot in the springtime, and for $30 you just can't beat it. Performance is moderate, it's not a beast, but it's definitely present. It lasts for about 5 hours. I think it's a great springtime, everyday, feminine fragrance that I'm really going to enjoy in the spring. So that is by Burberry Brit. Up next I have two fragrances from Navitus Parfums, and they come in this beautiful like red box that I really like. I really like the presentation. But let's see, which one is this? This one is Chocolate Queen. This is in collaboration with Gabby from Gabby Loves Perfumes and Navitus, and I'm super excited about this fragrance. I knew when she was talking about this fragrance that I had to test it out because it sounded like an amazing gourmand fragrance. I'm not going to get into too much detail today on what this smells like. I just wanted to show you guys that I had it. My next video that I do will be a full dedicated review to this fragrance. And also in the same video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Venom of Love, which is the collaboration with Paulina Shar. This is what the bottle looks like, and I will do one video doing reviews on both of these fragrances. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload. This will be my very next video that I upload, so you can hear my full thoughts on these two fragrances. All right, up next we have a fragrance that I told you guys was on my wish list. I had tried it about a year ago, didn't like it at all, and then tried it again a couple months ago and had a completely different experience. And this is by Xerjoff. This is Italica. I am super excited to have this in my collection. So a year ago I tried this fragrance, everybody was talking about it. It was super hyped up, it was super popular. Got one of those little dabbers, dabbed it on my skin, and it smelled like burnt plastic on my skin. So I just assumed that it didn't work out with my skin chemistry, and I completely dismissed Italica. But then I had a friend send me a real sample, like a pretty big size sample of this fragrance, one that I could actually spray on and give a thorough wear. And when I did that, I found that this fragrance did not smell like burnt plastic. So I'm not sure if I just had a bad sample or I didn't get enough of the notes in the sample originally. I'm not really sure. But I tried it again and it was magical, like absolutely magical. And I fell in love and I knew I had to have this. This is absolutely one of the most delicious gourmands I have ever smelled in my entire life. I'm so mad that I've been missing out on this fragrance this whole entire time. I'm super, super excited to have this in my collection. Top notes, you have milk, almond, and saffron. I told you guys I am on an almond kick, and then you have toffee, which is so good. I love toffee. Toffee in desserts, toffee in my perfumes. I'm a big fan. And then there's bourbon vanilla, which I adore bourbon vanilla. And then there's white musk and sandalwood. I don't know what it is in the top that is giving me a little bit of a cherry vibe. I think it's the almond and the saffron mixed together, but I'm getting like this almost like a boozy vibe from this fragrance. I get like a cherry amaretto feel to this fragrance. That's what it smells like in the opening to me, which I'm a big fan of. So there's no boozy notes in here, but that is just what my nose is picking up. And then you have that sweet toffee, and it kind of dries down to this really, like, I don't get lactonic from this. I know there's milk in here, but to me, when this dries down, it almost smells more of like a gourmand buttery feel, like a buttery sweet almond cookie is what I get in the dry down of this. I completely see the hype behind this, and the performance on this is absolutely phenomenal. This definitely wafts off of my skin. I definitely have a pleasant scent bubble around me. It's not one of those fragrances that like fills up a room or anything, but it's definitely present for sure. And it smells so freaking delicious. Like I literally want to eat my own arm off. Yeah, if you want to smell like a buttery, sugary almond cookie with some boozy like amaretto vibes, then look no further than Italica by Xerjoff. All right, you guys, and for the perfume that I am the most excited to show you, I saved the best for last. This has been on my wish list for a while. I actually had a sample of this first before I bought it because this is a pretty penny, and this is actually my Christmas present. My husband bought this for me for Christmas, but he gave it to me early for the video. So I was like, I have to have it. I can't wait till Christmas. I have to have it because I have to film a video. That reminds me of that TikTok, you know, where they're like laughing and they're like, thank you for being so dumb. This is none other than the famous Spiritueuse Double Vanille by Guerlain. I have been lusting after this ever since I got that sample. I knew I had to have it eventually. I knew I wanted to wait for a more special occasion though, because like I said, this is expensive. I don't regret it at all, you guys. I just don't. I think that this is absolutely stunning and I love my bottle. I got to custom design it. Well, anybody who buys this bottle gets to custom design it, but it's extra special to me because the weekend that I actually was picking out what I wanted this bottle to look like, my 5-year-old granddaughter Ava was over at my house and I wanted her to help me pick it out. So we were on the website and she picked out the white marble, and she also picked out the color of the cord. She wanted it to be light pink. And then you get to pick out if you want the seal to be black or gold. She said black, and I said yes, absolutely, excellent choice. And then you can get the back engraved, and I asked her if she thought I should do it in gold, silver, or no color. And her response was gold. And the reasoning she said gold is because she said gold was royal. And I thought, yes, this is a girl after my own heart. I'm definitely getting my name in gold. So this bottle is extremely special to me because my 5-year-old granddaughter designed it. So I'm super excited and I absolutely love how this smells. So this is the most grown-up vanilla I have ever smelled in my entire life, you guys. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of weird because when I think of vanilla, I think of like cupcake vanilla, I think of comfy, cozy. I think of more like kind of playful, gourmand type of situation. I don't think super classy, elegant, or anything like that. That's not like the first thing that pops into my mind usually with vanillas, except for this one. This one is like the classiest, most refined, most grown up, a grown up vanilla. Like I would wear this to a formal event type of situation. It's so freaking good. So top notes, you have incense, pink pepper, and bergamot. It is definitely like an incense kind of vibe. It almost kind of translates to my brain as like a boozy note somehow. I do get a booziness from this fragrance. And then in the mid, you have cedar, ylang ylang, rose, and jasmine. I definitely pick up some woodiness from this. So this is not an overly sweet vanilla. It is sweet, but it's not like a cupcake vanilla. It's not a sweet, sweet vanilla. And then of course in the base you have vanilla and benzoin. And yeah, I think it's the best vanilla I've ever smelled in my entire life. This is my favorite vanilla of all time. I've tried a lot of vanillas. I'm a big fan of vanilla anyway, but this is definitely my favorite. Very excited to finally have this in my collection. And yeah, this is a really great Christmas present. It will always have a special place in my heart. This bottle will stay with me for the rest of my life because Ava picked it out and it means all that much more to me. So that is by Guerlain. This is Spiritueuse Double Vanille and I'm very excited to have it. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.